can say is, wow, it's a sometimes vlog. Look at that. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Right now we're in Northern California in the beautiful Sierra Nevada mountains looking at beautiful, wait, what's that? Oh, wait a minute, we're not in Northern California, we're in Southern California at Disney California Adventure, and I am talking very loudly because there is a very loud waterfall time-bucking my ability to be quiet. Look at this. And look at all of those people right there. There's some waving, hi. They're all looking at us, and they all watch me and go, it's the sometimes vlog, all by myself. Here's a girl running who's trying so hard not to be in the one person not trying to video bomb for once. She did a great job. She's done her duty. She can go home and sleep well. Look at this. It was raining all morning, but people still want to get wet. Look at this. Pictures with strangers. Hey, that's my new best friend, Jim. He lives in Seattle, and we talk all the time. Look at, there's some people over here. Look at all these people. You guys, didn't you get enough water this morning? It was raining and pouring this morning, and of course, once again, the second that I set foot in Disneyland, excuse me, this is not Disneyland. That was like a profanity. The morning I set foot, or the second I set foot on Disney property, boom. Gray skies are gonna clear up and put on happy praise. It's done. It's done. The rain is done. The rain is done. The rain is done. The rain is done. Dun 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 dun. Hi, Nancy. The rain is done.
Yes,
Can you believe all these crazy people in line to get really wet after they were probably wet all morning? You look happy to not be wet. Me too. Look at this guy. He looks happy. Look at these people getting cotton candy. Okay, I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to waste all of your time today talking. If you want my deep thoughts, if you want a deep personal conversation between me and you, you're going to have to go backwards one video and look at last night talking to you on the beautiful sunset over Southern California, also with no rain. Talking about what I did yesterday. You can go back to that. If you want me to roam around, stick the camera in people's face really randomly, you're going to have to go back 2 vlogs. Today, I want to show you something that I came to look at. Not this gentleman here with the beard. He has a really nice beard, but that's not what I want to show you. And I don't want to show you this lady standing in the walkway to the Grand Californian Hotel. Oh no, I don't, because she probably didn't want to be on the vlog, and that would be very rude of me to put her in there. Look at all these people, they're having a good time. No, what I wanted to show you was something tragic. Disney, look at that. That's awesome. They're getting ready to crane kick somebody. Whoa, a Disneyland cat. Look at this cat. I love this cat. This little tortoiseshell cat is always hanging out right here, getting the most attention from passersby. All of the Disney cats have names. I forget this one's name at the moment, but this one is definitely one of the few that really enjoys the attention. Here, look at that. This totally distracts me from what the purpose of this vlog is, but if you didn't know, Disneyland actually has a very interesting and unique policy of not trapping stray cats and taking them to the shelter. What they do is they'll trap stray cats, they will neuter or spay the stray cats so that they can't continue to have babies, but then they will then release them back into the park. They have permanent feeding stations set up to feed the cats. This way the cats have somewhere to live, the homeless cats, and not only do the cats have somewhere to live, but they also help control the rodent population. They don't control the human population though. Look at all these people passing by. Just for 1 second, let's appreciate this. Look how many humans. Well, careful kid, you might slip. Okay, this is what I want to show you. Tragically, very tragically, Disney California Adventure, DCA, has lost one of its lands. That's true. Condor Flats, you know, the land was Soarin over California and basically nothing else except for a restaurant and a gift shop. He's gone. It was a small land, but much beloved. Soarin was there, and Soarin, people really loved to soar. And Soarin closed down, and the land is now gone entirely. Luckily, though, there's been another development, another change, which is that Grizzly Peak, the area we were just in, you know, with the mountain, with looks like a wolf, but it's actually a bear, and the rapids, has expanded and gotten even bigger and stronger by taking over Condor Flats. Look, Grizzly Peak Airfield is like a subland now of the Grizzly Peak recreation area. Look at this. Oh, there's the mountain I was talking about. Now, doesn't it look like a wolf? I'm not being negative or criticizing. I'm just saying, to me, it's always been like, is that a wolf or a bear? It can be either. Is it a wolf or a bear, the mountain?
I would say a bear.
Does it look like a wolf a little?
A little bit.
It looks like a wolf a little bit. But it's definitely a bear. Everybody knows it's a bear because it says bear right there. So she would say a bear, wouldn't she? No, I'm just kidding. So look at this. It is completely changed. Condor Flats is still here. But let's face it, Condor Flats, and if you didn't know, this is Soarin over California, the attraction. And here's the restroom, there's a gift shop, and there's a restaurant. That's basically all this was. This was all its own land, themed sort of around the dry, chaparral, almost deserty areas of California. Hey, what's up, man? But it was always really too small to be a whole land unto itself. But now it has become part of Grizzly Peak, and it's been re-themed. Everything's been repainted that California, craftsman-y, brown and green that reminds you of the national park system. We've got pine trees growing right here on what this airfield is. So this is now the Grizzly Peak Airfield instead of the Condor Flats Airfield. It makes a lot of sense. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to Google DCA Condor Flats and look at what it looked like before. But this is the first day, I believe, Soarin has been reopened, and this whole area has been reopened to the public after undergoing refurbishment just to sort of make it fit in better. So for example, there we go. There's the lead out to DCA's equivalent of a hub where the fountain is and the Carthay Circle and all that kind of stuff. And these rocks here were all themed all deserty. They have now been re-themed, and some of them just demolished and rebuilt into this granite boulder looking stuff. So now this is the Grizzly Peak Airfield, which according to the sign is the pride of the high Sierras. Hey, what's up, man? Look at this guy's hat. Hat! We're like hat brothers. Hold on a second, I'll be back. You'll be around, right? Okay, so you can see here, I know that guy, don't worry about it. It's cool, we're cool. Pride of the high Sierras. If you've never been to the high Sierra Nevada mountains in California, I will vouch that this actually does look and feel like part of it. So here you have a little theming. We've got this old Rambler here, all decked out. Oh, I can't believe I actually knew what this car was. Look, it is a Rambler. I did it, gang. I'm a man now. Look at it. So it's decked out like a bunch of campers are going camping. I'm just really excited, so I'm not showing this very well. I'm gonna calm down so I can show you like good long shots so you can look. Look at, they've changed the map, so you feel like here you're in the Grizzly Peak Airfield, and then you're gonna go around where all the things are, so the theming has been completely changed. I really like that. That's really cool. Look at all the people enjoying the brand new theming, checking out all the little details. That's what makes Disney special, is the attention to detail, all the little things. Look at this, here's an old retro Coke cooler. I wonder if you can open it. Probably not, I'm guessing not, definitely not. Look at this. So now we have all these notices about Grizzly Park. Why not? Why not? Maybe why not's Berry Farm? When you could just come here and go to Grizzly Peak, right? Right. Look at all the little detailing, everything's changed. And so now Soarin has been absorbed into the Grizzly Peak area. They've also upgraded the film and the projection so that it looks crystal clear and really good. I haven't been on it yet. I'm not going on it till next week. I'm waiting for my friend who really enjoys that ride. But basically everything's just been sort of repainted and upgraded to fit into the theme they already had going with Grizzly Peak, which is right next door. So it's always a little strange that you see all the pine trees and Grizzly Peak theming, and then right next door it was supposed to be a desert. Although there are pine trees and desert right next to each other in plenty of places in Southern California, it didn't really fit with the Northern California theme. Where here you can see they've repainted the hangar for Soarin.
Photo bomb.
Hey, that's good, that's good. Video bomb, actually.
Oh, there you go, video
You're a
bomb.
double bomber.
Video bomb.
So now you have these little California craftsman touches, which fit in with that. The Grand Californian Hotel, which has always been sitting there in the background, which is very, very similar. It's like a giant mutated version of the Ahwahnee Hotel in Yosemite National Park. So you always had this California craftsman-y, Northern California mountain-ish, mountain-esque, mountainizal hotel in the background. And then you have this weird desert airfield themed tiny miniature land here. It didn't really fit. So somebody at Disney decided that it would be a good idea to take all of this and make it fit in with the overall theme of Grizzly Peak. And I, for one, highly approve. Look at this. So here, Grizzly Peak Airfield. You have a lookout tower here that looks like the fire lookout scattered all throughout Northern California, the Sierra Nevada mountains. Oh, look at watchtowers erected for the dedicated rangers, brave pilots, and courageous smoke jumpers who serve the people, wildlife, and natural resources of Grizzly Peak. We honor their ongoing achievements in forest conservation and tireless commitment to the preservation of our wilderness. See, this is all makes you feel like you're in a real forest, in a real national park or in a real forest. So they have all kinds of signage that looks like vintage national park stuff. Look at this. All kinds of reminders to be fire safe, which is funny because you probably couldn't start a fire here if you tried. Not that that's a challenge. Please, no pyromaniacs. Please do not harm our beautiful DCA forest. But you have all this different stuff that looks like real notices in national parks and stuff like that. So if you've never been to the mountains in California and you ever have a chance to go to the Sierras, I highly recommend it. I love it. It is one of my favorite things in the world to go up into the high Sierras. Although I am starting to love and appreciate the desert. I never did when I was younger. I like going out to Calico and stuff like that. I've done a Random Land video about that place. So I like the desert a lot, but I was always more a fan of the Sonoran Desert or Arizona or something like that. But I've been appreciating the California desert more and more. I don't know what it is now, especially going to Death Valley. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm trying to get the money to go back and do 5 weird things in Death Valley. Did I just spoiler alert that? Oh well. So I'm starting to appreciate the desert more and more. But in DCA, this little almost desert region, it really didn't do it for me. I don't think it did it really for anybody else. It was a good idea. I don't think they had the space to really make you feel like you were surrounded by desert, where this is much more like classic Disneyland now. 360 degrees, except for the little peak out that way, towards what Walt would have called the weenie of Hollywood Tower of Terror, and obviously the Carthay Circle there. Now you really feel like you're surrounded by the Sierra Nevada mountains. You're in one unified, themed area, and the cool part is it continues all the way up around into the Redwood Challenge Trail and the Grizzly Peak Rapids, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about. So they did a really good job. So this video is a little more, this vlog is a little more for the people who are used to DCA, who know what it looked like before. If you don't know what it looked like before, go and look up Condor Flats at DCA, Disney California Adventure. You'll see what it used to look like. All right, thank you for coming with me on the vlog to look at this new area of Disney California Adventure, a little peek at the new Grizzly Peak Airfield area, which I think is very, very well done. That's about all we have time for. Thank you for joining me on this little glimpse peek at Grizzly Peak Airfield, which is the newest part of Disney California Adventure, even though it's kind of one of the older parts of Disney California Adventure, even though it's not. Introduce yourself there, young man.
I'm Steven.
There's Steven. That's it. I guess he's not an alcoholic, so he had nothing else to say. So, thank you all for watching. Subscribe for some more. I'll see you later. Goodbye.